side. Don and Shawna, right by your side. Answers come, the veil is thin. Sonoran skies, let light begin. Psychic wisdom, oh divine. Your journey starts, the stars.
Well, hello, Miss
I
Shawna.
love
Good
the
morning.
intro. I'm doing awesome sauce. I just love the intro. It's like, okay, we got a dance break. We got a dance break.
Absolutely, that jam is good. I like it. It's a good beat to it and everything. So
Yes.
it wakes you up,
Great
it gets you
beat.
ready for the excitement. Yes. So good.
Yes, indeed.
Folks, don't forget, check out Miss Shawna and myself and
Yes.
our podcast. And
I
what's
was
the name?
thinking the same thing, but you beat me to it.
What is the name of that podcast, Miss Shawna?
Conversations for the conscious mind. Yes. Yes. I was not going to mess up this time.
Yes, it's an inside joke. What happened is we set the thing up, and then the first take we were doing on the very first episode, I did the intro, and I kept putting a wrong word in there, and every time I did, it put into our heads, and from that point forward, we planted that seed, and so we have worked hard to make sure that we have the right connecting word and
Yes.
not the wrong connecting word. So
No, it is right now. I mean,
exactly.
you should see our bloopers. The first time it was like so many bloopers. It was hilarious.
I
But
put them at the end
yes,
of the episode because it was funny.
yes, it is funny.
So,
It was so funny. But
but
we're getting
we
better
won't
at the
touch on.
bloopers.
Oh, absolutely, and better with the episodes, I think too. If you watch the
Yes,
first episode and compare it to the fourth episode, you will be very much pleased with the evolution because even
yes,
though we do this all the time, there's something about that first episode that you feel kind of a little uptight because you want it to do well, and then you
yes,
realize, wait a minute, gotta get the mojo in there. The mojo's got to be
yes.
happening. So
Yeah,
right now, this is the newest episode. This is episode 4. This is on both Spotify. Spotify
yes.
has the vocal version, so it's the audio. So you can
Mm-hmm.
find it under, again, Conversations for the Conscious Mind. And
Yes,
then we also have Conversations for the Conscious Mind on YouTube, and
yes,
it is audio and video. So it's us mugging too.
yes. So make sure you are subscribed because it is a whole
Yes.
new channel for us.
Hmm.
And share us out. Let everybody know because
Absolutely.
it's like 30 minutes, maybe under 30 minutes of a conversation. And let us know. We love the feedback.
Feedback, absolutely. And this one's about turning setbacks into comebacks. The
Yes.
one before that one was quieting self-doubt. And because self-doubt can eat us alive. And
Mm-mm.
it's interesting because self-doubt came into a conversation earlier when we talked about principles for life and also for
Yes.
boundaries. And
Yes.
so it's interesting as we have these conversations, they tend to build on each other, and some of the topics run right through. And so it's
Yeah.
fascinating to hear as you hear one conversation, you're like, wait a minute. But we just had this. It's funny because you'll even hear it in our videos. We just we'll talk about. We just had an episode on this, and we go
Yes.
into this. So
And it's a great flow anyways of like what we talk about. We talk about this stuff all the time. That's why it takes us so long to get up on here. So it was like, we
exactly.
might as well do a podcast. Now, this podcast was in the making maybe a year or two ago of just talking about just
Mhm.
an idea. But finally we was like, we might as well. What we hurting?
Mhm. And it was interesting because we talked about it, and then we thought we don't want to do just a podcast. We
Yeah.
wanted to do something that would be different than what other folks are doing,
Yeah.
especially different than the metaphysical space, because the metaphysical space has a lot of folks out there, and
Mm-hmm.
we wanted something that would again spark a conversation. We don't want to be the end of the conversation. We
No.
want it to be the beginning. We wanted to give you something where you say, you know what? Let me think on that a little bit. Let me chew on it a little
Yes.
bit. Let me get the flavor out of it. And then
Yes.
once I do, then I can have maybe, and it's funny because these things are we all fake it. We all face in our lives. This is nothing that there's nothing in these podcasts that is shocking and fresh and new. It's just that
No.
you didn't, for some reason, we don't think about it. You're like, okay,
Mhm.
wait, oh yeah, I see that now.
Right.
So yeah,
Absolutely. I feel like when we have these type of conversations, these conversations is literally, like you said, the beginning of, okay, I never thought of it like that. Let
hmm
me do a little bit of work. Yeah, we give you a little bit of work to do, but it's for your higher self. It's for connecting to your higher self, Um, but
hmm
it's also things that people go through and people don't want to talk about these things uh out publicly, because they
absolutely,
don't want to be vulnerable. And I get it. Nowadays, when you are vulnerable, it can be used against you. And people go through things quietly. And it's like, okay, how can I overcome a lot of these things that's going on, especially the self-doubt, the boundaries, the um I had a setback, but here's my comeback, my bouncing forward, should we say, not coming back, but bouncing forward. And then, understanding what your principles are. It's just all of that. And then we have more just to have that spark, because we all go through it. All of us go through it. No one's perfect here. Okay. Now, if you are, holler at us, because you got something that we need. We need that extra sauce.
or extra BS if you believe it,
Right.
because we're none of us are perfect.
Right. So at the same time, it's literally, these conversations are amazing. It's things that you just didn't know, like, oh, wow, I, that's a different way of doing it, or a different way of saying it. And knowing that you're not the only person that's going through it,
Exactly,
so we just have them. We
exactly.
have
So you'll
these. I promise y'all, we have these type of conversations all the time, because then we get
exactly.
lost in the room. It's like, oh dang, we got to get on the live, because me and Don, we
Yep.
can
So while
talk,
we're
honey.
doing,
Yeah.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, we can talk. That's why our spouses be like, oh, y'all go over there, and just leave us be.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you'll see these things popping up over and
Yes.
over throughout our talk and throughout our day, the live stream, whatever. The point is, you'll see them, but that's what they're about. So please check them
Mhm.
out. We would appreciate if you do that. And again, give us the
Yes.
feedback. We're interested.
We
So
love it. We love the feedback.
yes,
And
indeed.
if you want us to talk about something, let us know. Reach out to us and let us know.
Absolutely.
Some things that you wanna hear. Um, what our opinion is, or give the advice or recommendations or whatever. Just let us know. We love the feedback.
Yeah. And we may from time to time bring folks and join the conversation with us. Again, it's not an interview.
Yeah.
We're not interviewing people.
No.
That's not one of those. It's not one of those things. We don't want to do that. It's
Yes.
just if we know somebody who really understands a topic really well, we're probably going to have them come in and join us in the conversation, and
Mhm.
therefore they help round out the conversation. Because again, the more information that you have accessible to you, the
Mhm.
more then you can make reasonable and logical decisions and choices. So it's all about
Yes.
information, you know.
Absolutely. Hello to everybody that is coming on in and joining us today on our live. Yeah, we're around lunchtime on the East Coast. And it's 1:11 now. So hello, and to everyone else, good morning. So good afternoon, good morning, and maybe good evening, depending on where you are in this world. But hey, Ed, how are you? Hey, Victor. Hey, Allison. Hey, Miss Angie. Shield. Margaret. Michelle. And Ray. Hello, hello, hello.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Good evening.
Wherever you're at, you know.
Yes. What is that? That was that's Hancock. What's his first name? Alfred Hancock? No.
Alfred
That did
Hitchcock.
Hitchcock.
Alfred
Hitchcock.
Hitchcock. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good evening.
To do a Dracula thing. Good evening. Welcome to my lair.
Yes. Okay, Count Dracula.
Oh my God! When I was a kid, I used to play with that accent all the time. I want to suck your blood.
Okay.
Crazy.
You got to do the count. It takes you back to
Exactly.
Sesame Street, and they talk about they're gonna get rid of Sesame Street. Like, okay, I thought it was gone at one point, and now they try to. I don't know.
Well, yeah, apparently a company bought it, and now the company owned it for a while. And I'm like, Sesame Street is iconic. If you take that responsibility of buying it, how can you? I ain't going there. I'm just so freaking
Like, why would you
frustrated
get rid of it? Because you're not getting the ratings now. Yeah, because there are other educational type of shows that is and a whole different generation. And they, they like to sing alongs. Now we grew up like that's how we learned, PBS. PBS was the thing, but when PBS got bought out by HBO, it changed the whole ordeal, and now it's somebody else done bought it, and I'm like, I don't want to deal with this. Yeah, you're dealing because there's a lot more competition now with those type of shows.
What they should do is they should give it back to PBS.
Yes.
And they can take a tax write-off because they can consider it a donation. Give the show back to PBS and let PBS do it the way it did, because PBS mission was to educate. It wasn't to make a fortune for everybody and their brother. It was to educate and inform. And for those people who hear about, we need to cut the funding for PBS. No, you don't. You have that we spend so little. We spend so little as a government on PBS. So little compared to all the other BS we spend money on. And the reality is that most people, if you ask them about the word Sesame Street, you ask them about a number of different things that are PBS. Julia Child was born on PBS. Julia Child wound up creating this whole outside of PBS. There is the Food Network. There is Recipe Channel. They owe it to her. Because they didn't even want her on the channel. But what happened is the producer, the program director for PBS in Boston, Julia paid to do the thing. And when she did that test run and they ran the first episode, his wife loved it. And she finally somebody can help me cook, because apparently she couldn't cook very well. Right. And so his wife put the pressure on him to carry her show. Yeah. And they made Julia pay for everything initially up front. She paid for all the food and everything. They didn't pay for her show. She paid to do all that. It's but the other shows, no. But for her, because she was a woman, talking about cooking, nobody watched cooking shows. And now look at this. I mean, so much has come from this. Look at Auto Week. Auto Week is also a PBS franchise. Auto Week has been around 30, 35 years, out of Baltimore, Maryland, actually just a suburb of Baltimore. And Auto Week has spun off all these shows, and now you have shows all over the world where you have these guys sitting around talking about cars, getting into cars, getting out of cars, and it's all about cars and cars and cars. Again, PBS has brought us so much. The Ken Burns miniseries that were amazing about the Civil War and about World War I and World War II. I mean, the dude was amazing with his stuff. And again, it is that voice that says, hey, we may or may not make a lot of money from it, but and this is the thing that drives me crazy. We don't understand. We invest in roads, and I'll get off my high horse I promise you, but we invest in roads. Therefore, we can have trucks carry commerce from one place to another, and us carry commerce and people from one place to another, and therefore facilitate a smoother life and build a community and make money. PBS is a road. PBS is a road. It creates a space so where they can try different things, and when that works and it builds a following, then money makers come in and make a ton of money from it. So believe it or not, our economy makes a ton of money based on our small little input economically to PBS. And I'm not on PBS, folks. This is not we're not seeing
No, no,
PBS.
no, 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 no,
I
no. No.
but I'm telling you, it's one of those nearsighted things. It's like we
Yeah.
take away. We don't want to give kids free
Nope.
lunches, but
No.
then we talk about their scores going low and how their malnourished children
Yeah.
score worse. When
Mhm.
you are living in a food desert and you can't have access to food, you don't educate well. And that is
Right.
statistic. That's
That's
not me talking
proven.
out of my ass. This is
It's
statistic. Exactly.
proven
Yes.
that
And yet we want to
you
save
need
money, so
brain
we'll
food. Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Yeah. So
proven.
I mean, it's just yeah, I just get so frustrated because it's like, folks,
Mhm.
leave certain things alone. There's so many places we could take money from.
Oh yeah.
There's some things
So
that are
many
so
places.
negligible, yet they benefit us in the future. Let's look at our
How
future.
about
Damn.
we take the money from the people that we paying those salaries to? They living good. Why do you need? I get
Mhm.
it. You need to be having a 6-figure thing. Okay, yeah, but what are you doing to give back when everybody's keep putting in your pocket? Nothing.
Exactly.
Nothing. Nothing. That ain't doing anything. Those little rectangle pizzas back in the day when school, that was the thing because it was
Mhm.
real food. But now
I
they got
remember
these
those pizzas. I remember those pizzas. Oh my god.
those
Oh
rectangle.
my
You
god.
couldn't tell me nothing with them. She like, can you lunch lady? Can you put that back in the oven and make it a little bit more crispy? I'll wait over here, and then you come back and give them a cookie or something, and they give you extra. It was
Mhm.
always they looking out, but
Yeah.
from a person when I was growing up, we took advantage of the free lunches at one time,
Oh
you
yeah.
know,
Oh yeah. I
and
lived on
but
free
it
lunches for school.
right, and who else didn't,
Mhm.
and when we did, the food was bomb. It wasn't like it was crappy. You saw the
Yeah.
lunch ladies coming in early, prepping that because you smelled the food down the hallway. You're like, oh yeah, we about to have Salisbury steak. We about to have all this stuff for lunch.
Oh
Yes,
yes.
yeah. And
Yes,
then
yes. My bad taste in food I owe to public school.
yes, yes, and you just because
The more salt, the better.
you knew that was going to be the best thing that you had for lunch, but it didn't make
Yes.
you sleepy. It didn't make you any of that because you went
No.
outside and burnt it off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So the
Yep.
only thing that you probably missed was breakfast, but it was on you. If you didn't make breakfast, okay.
Oh no,
But
my
them
school
little
had
cake
breakfast too.
donuts. Oh my gosh, cake donuts
My
and
school had
milk.
breakfast.
We had breakfast. Our elementary had breakfast,
Mhm.
but I don't
Mhm.
think our middle school. They would do like I would say continental breakfast.
Oh
Fruits
really?
with like
Yeah.
pastries and things like that.
Yeah.
And when we saw eggs, we was like, what's happening? What did we do? Why are we getting this? Because it was a
Yeah.
special thing for that day. And then
Yeah.
kids started getting their cars. So people was like, oh, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm going to go buy 20 chicken biscuits or egg and cheese biscuits or whatever. And then I'm going to sell them for $2 when I get to school. Yes. Yes. I take
Mhm.
2 of them. Here's your $4. Here's my allowance for because I've been waiting for this,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah.
But that was the
I'll tell you
thing
what, that's
back
when
in the day.
oh yeah. Absolutely. That's when you know a business that's an entrepreneur. And it's
Yes.
funny because we just had an EOS fitness center open up close by, right? We already had Mountainside Fitness
Uh-huh.
and it does very well. It's very popular. And we have Planet Fitness down a ways. And so in between there came an EOS. And it's
Okay.
fascinating because somebody who knew EOS
Mm-hmm.
understood the difference between it, Mountainside, and Planet Fitness. Now,
Mm-hmm.
Planet Fitness, you pay a lot more money than you do
Mm-hmm.
for the others, but you also can go to their smoothie bar and you can pay for smoothies. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so you don't need a supplemental. You don't need supplements because Mountainside in their things you can get supplements, right?
Mm-hmm.
So EOS shows up, and whoever understood, you can tell they knew they must work out with an EOS, because
Mm-hmm.
what they did is when the EOS was finishing getting built out, they bought the franchise for One Stop Nutrition, which does the
Oh,
all the supplements and the
yes.
smoothies and all that stuff, because EOS doesn't have that in their facility. They're not like Mountainside. And you
Uh-huh.
know what? I thought that's an entrepreneur. That dude
Yeah.
understood an audience. He understood a need,
Yeah.
realizing that if people went to Mountainside Fitness before, and they will come over because it's like three times it's one third the price to go to EOS versus Mountainside, right? And
Right.
so they come over there, but if they're used to smoothies, then they'll walk 3 doors over to in the
Get
little
this
mall,
one.
because it's a strip mall.
Mhm.
So they'll come out there, go down 3 doors, and get themselves a smoothie. And
Mhm.
I thought, damn, now that's an entrepreneur. And that
Yeah,
entrepreneurial
because
spirit, I'm loving.
One Nutrition, they have a backing. Okay, I used to use
Yes.
them when I was training, like hardcore training, and this was at the beginning of their stuff
Hmm.
because you
Hmm.
will only see them at fitness shows. That
Hmm.
was it. They had a
Right.
little vendor, or they would come to the gym and they would talk
Hmm.
to the trainers and things like that. And they started off really, really small, and I was like, I'm liking it. It's not messing up with my stomach. It's giving me the energy, all of that. And then I was on them for 2 shows.
Hmm.
I was using them for 2 shows to build muscle, to deplete all of
Hmm.
that, and it worked. It's just when you're not in that world anymore, you're
Yep.
like, I don't get them discounts, child. I was loving the discounts.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then when we moved to Arizona, going into Kingman, they're
Hmm.
not big. They wasn't big in fitness. They're big in fitness now, but they wasn't big in fitness when we got there. So I'm just like, yep. Well, let's get back to eating that good old food that I used to cook. Because it was
Exactly.
nothing like, when you wanted to go to the gym, you had Anytime Fitness, but they wouldn't all of that in a bag of chips. And then you had the hospital, and then you like, I don't want to see these people that Kenny works with, and then they're going to be stopping and asking him, hey, man, because he won't get a good workout in. So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, we got to figure this out. And then all of a sudden, before COVID, right before, I think the year before COVID, all these fitness places started coming in,
Hmm.
like the supplement place, and that was beside, there used to be Subway or whatever. Then they got a whole fitness,
Mountainside
no,
Fitness.
no,
I mean, Planet Fitness is there.
yeah, they got the Planet
Hmm.
Fitness, and they got another fitness place. They got CrossFit stuff. They
Hmm.
got the swinging yoga stuff,
Hmm.
whatever that is, the aerial thing. They
Hmm.
have all these things now, and then even like I think they got a healthy restaurant, like where they do like healthy meals and things
Like
like that.
Chiba or something, Chiba or Delight, something Delight.
I don't know. I know it's what I saw online. It was really, really healthy. They
Yeah.
came from California, I
Yeah.
believe. So I'm like, oh, okay. Well, y'all wanted to do this after the
After
fact.
you left.
But that's okay. Do your thing. Do your thing. Do your thing. But like we're
Exactly.
here, it's so abundant out here,
Yeah.
in Florida, because you have your folks that care, and then you got your folks that semi-care, and then you got your folks, I'm not walking in them places. Nope. I'd rather go to that bar that's right there.
Hmm.
you know? So
Yeah.
I mean, it's when you see an entrepreneur, when they start off young, you like, oh yeah, you're gonna be something great.
Hmm.
Either you already established your own business, and you
Oh yeah.
saw that in school back in the day,
Saw it in school. Saw it in school.
Oh, in public school, good old public school.
Exactly. It's interesting because one of my son's friends, when he was in high school, he was so driven, and he was asking me, Mr. Don, how do you how do you invest in real estate, and how can we do this? And I was giving him all this advice on how to find deals and stuff like that, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
he wound up stumbling across a deal to buy some vending machines. So he
Ooh.
bought 2 vending machines, and the vending machines already had a contract with the person who had them in there. And
Mm-hmm.
for 2 years, no competition, those machines. And the only thing is they asked for specific things. They could have anything else they want in the machines, but there was 2 or 3 things that had to be there because the local folks at the facility, it was a warehouse, they specifically loved 3 things, and so that was part of the deal.
Mhm.
And Michael's friend's like, no problem. So he bought those machines. He paid next to nothing. He negotiated down a really good deal,
Mhm.
and within a short period of time, somebody came up and offered him like 7, 8 times what he paid for them to buy
Mhm.
them because he started servicing them properly. So because in the contract that we wrote, because I helped him word the contract properly, but he he put in there that they locked him in, but he would service them more often, more frequently. So he kept them filled, and that worked to his advantage because as he filled them,
Yeah.
they would empty them out. So he was
Especially
filling them
being at a
out.
warehouse too.
Oh yeah, yeah, and
You
so he wound up getting a few months later. They offered him money. He said, "No, you were for these machines with this contract. This is what I want." And they're like, "Well, how do you support that?" He said, "Look at how much money I'm making." He had the stats, and they bought that, and he turned around and used that to parlay into another business. I mean, the kid, and so he just finished his junior year at ASU, and he's in the School of Business of all things, which makes
Of
very good sense,
course.
and the honors
Love
school. But yeah, and yet he is, and he's still talking business. So he just sent me a thing yesterday. He said, "Mr. Don, what do you think about this? Is this a good service agreement for a lighting business for Christmas?" Already, he's planning for Christmas lights, and that dude's going to be a senior in college, and yet
Oh yeah.
that's entrepreneurial. That's
Yes,
like,
entrepreneur.
I'm like,
He was
oh,
already on it. Some
hell yeah,
people just got it in them, you know what I
they
mean?
do. Yeah.
And just going to college for to let you know, listen, I am serious about it, but
Mhm.
technically you don't really he didn't really have to, you
Mhm.
know what I mean? Because he was
Yeah.
already in that energy.
Yeah,
You
and
know
not
what
that,
I
but
mean?
he's in a fraternity, so that takes time. He
Yep.
interns with a real estate company, and he runs his own company, and goes to school full time,
Oh
and
yeah.
makes amazing grades. I mean, this dude, I'm embarrassed. I pale in comparison to what he can do.
Right.
He will be
He's already.
Elon Musk. He will be Bill Gates. He will be Steve
Yeah.
Jobs. I do not
Yeah.
hesitate in saying that at all.
Yeah. He's already,
Yep.
and when you see it, you're like, I have to pat myself on the back because I was there at the beginning.
Yes. 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 Yep. Exactly. So.
Yes. Hey, my mom's here. Hey, Ma.
Hey, Miss Sandra, how you doing?
Miss Sandra.
Every time I see Sandra, I think of Sandra 227.
Yes.
Mary. She come at Mary. Lester. She did
Yes.
that little growl thing. Oh my god. I actually
Yes.
watched somebody recently posted on TikTok the many Chandra-isms. Oh my
Yes.
god. When they put them together, she is so.
It's so
I totally
hilarious.
undervalue her skill as an actress because of her planting that seed that is her. She
Mhm.
became such a stereotype. That was her. And so
That's
anybody
her.
would you're like, that's going to be her. And so she couldn't. I know that it was hard for her afterwards because everybody saw
To
her
find.
solely as being that,
Yeah.
and I know it must have hurt her career a bit because she couldn't break out of that. She became
Mm-mm.
that character, which is
Yeah.
fascinating.
She's
But
from
oh my
North
god,
Carolina.
is she? I didn't know
She's
that.
she's from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Yep.
Yeah. Oh god, she was
Jackie.
hilarious.
And then she had married at one time, but they're divorced now, but she married this hairstylist, and he's
Mhm.
like the number one um, uh, hairstylist in
Mhm.
California.
Oh,
And
nice.
his hair is so slayed. Like
I
it's
bet
down
it better
here.
be. Yeah,
Yes.
it better be.
Some people
Yeah.
do that as well. Yeah. How they say my mom's name. Yeah.
I just
know
saw
why.
her. Believe it or not, she was just on The Neighborhood. Have you ever seen that show?
Oh yeah, with yeah, with
From Martin.
Cedric,
What's her name?
Cedric and
Cedric the Entertainer. Yeah, and the
and
girl, lady from Martin.
Tanisha Arnold.
Yeah. Oh my God, she is. Is it? Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
She is so funny.
Uh-huh.
She can sing. Have you
Yes.
ever heard? I mean, she had
Yeah. Oh,
pipes.
Martin, she sung all the time.
I
Her
know.
and
I
Gina.
didn't. Well, but it's like you
Well,
hear little snippets. But I mean, she actually can carry
yeah.
a song, and I thought, oh my gosh, because she none of that means how can you be a triple threat? First of all, she's a damn good actress. Her comedic
Hmm.
timing, unbelievable,
Yes.
impeccable. Especially
Yeah.
when you see her on Martin, and then you saw her on this one and the other shows.
Uh-huh.
Wasn't she on Chris?
Yep. Chris, everybody hates
Wasn't she?
Chris as
Yeah,
mama. Yep.
yeah. Her
Yeah.
her comedic timing is
She's amazing.
amazing. And so she
Yes.
knows exactly when to cut off the laugh and know when to come in with the dig.
Yeah.
And when she does that, I mean, she does that look. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, she has that look, and you're like,
Her daughter is like her as
is that
well.
right?
Yeah, and it's hilarious because she tries to embarrass her daughter every chance she gets in front of the camera every time.
I'll have to look her up. What is her daughter? Is her daughter an actress or what? Or what's
I
going
don't
on?
know the daughter name, but they look alike.
Really?
So I
Oh my
don't know.
gosh.
They was on recently. I guess it was on the red carpet. I don't know if it was the Essence Awards
Yeah.
or something. But they was interviewing the daughter, and then she came up creeping behind, and she looked at. She's Mom.
I love it.
She just has that great personality.
She does. She does.
Mhm.
And it's when you cast well,
Mm-hmm.
that's the cool part. Like Martin, if you look at the individual characters in that show, they all were so well cast for the role they played.
Oh, yeah.
They played the role well. There's some shows you watch and you're like, that person's a little awkward in that role. On
Yeah.
that one, I mean, the dude
No,
Tommy, who you never knew where he worked. He always worked, but you never knew where he was. That was a joke.
Never knew. He didn't never have a job.
Exactly. And then you had the brainless
Cole.
wonder, right? Oh my
Yeah,
God. He was so sweet
Cole.
and lovable. You can't help but love him. And he loved the
Yeah.
big women. Remember, he talked about Big Shirley. Remember
Yep,
Big
Big
Shirley?
Mama. Big Shirley, yeah.
Wasn't it Big Shirley? I think it was Big Shirley, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
Big Shirley.
And then Martin, when he played Shawna. Oh my God.
Lord,
I
yeah.
used to love that. Was so funny. Oh my God. When he did that. Oh Lord have mercy. That is just
Yes. That was back in the day. That's when you knew the 90s TV shows were bomb. They
yeah.
were moral. They had so much like learning, family oriented. You knew when it was TGF Fridays, it was Family Matters. It was Full House. It was like all of them until 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, it was like, oh, here come the news. And then that was it. Or 11 o'clock or whatever it was.
And also,
but it started on Thursdays. I think.
Wasn't it Dallas? Wasn't Dallas on Friday night? Because remember, Dallas used to be like the biggest
Who
drama
shot
show
JR?
on TV. Remember Who Shot JR? The whole world waited to hear Who Shot JR.
Who shot JR?
And
everybody knew. And then they ended. So
Yep.
you didn't know for years.
Yeah.
And then they brought it back, a couple of years ago, and then you found out who shot JR. Like, no, nobody care.
Yeah, I remember when they took Pam off of the show. Was it Pam or Bobby? I think it was Bobby, right? One of them, Bobby. I think Bobby left the show, or Pam left the show.
Dallas?
Yeah, one of the two left the show, and then for a season was gone. They brought them back, and I think it was Bobby actually, and then Pam I think stayed on the show, and then whichever one woke up and opened it, and there was the other one, and it was a dream. They had dreamed that they had lost them, and that
somebody shot JR.
That whole season. No. This was when a season when either Pam or Bobby had left the show, and they wanted to bring them back, and so they lost an entire season because it was a dream. That's how they played it off.
Gosh,
it's like
they just writers back then. They didn't have it all. I can tell you that much. Because you're like, what was this scene? What?
Or better yet, people who died on the show, like on the soap operas. People die on a soap opera, and a few years later come back, and you're like, but didn't they die?
Wait a minute, I thought you was dead. And then they say, oh no, I survived.
His twin.
Or the twin, yeah. You're like, wait a minute. I was at one point when I was little, because we had one TV and you couldn't touch that TV until that VCR stopped recording. My grandma recorded them stories, Child, Young and the Restless, Bold and the Beautiful.
Oh no,
General Hospital.
Those are too new. Those two are too new. General Hospital.
Well, this is
As the World Turns, the guiding light.
Yeah. As the World Turns.
Yes.
Because she didn't like General Hospital. As the World Turns.
Yes.
Those
are old ones,
Yes. When that went off, boy, my grandma was mad because she used to get the soap opera book
Yes.
to get
Soap Opera Digest. Soap Opera
Yeah.
Digest, it was called. Yes, yes, yes. But it was funny because in the neighborhood, all ladies were like, you could tell
Oh,
when
yeah.
the stories came on because they're like, don't interrupt me when my story's on. And they're like,
Yes.
and so the neighborhood was empty for 2 to 3 hours in the afternoon for the stories. And then you'd see them
Yes.
come out and get back to doing what they're doing.
Yeah. Like we couldn't do nothing from 12:30 to 3 o'clock because the
Yeah.
house is on lockdown.
Oh, yeah.
You can't walk in front of that TV with them stories on neither.
Yeah.
So you either gonna be
Oh,
outside
no.
or you're gonna
Yeah.
be in the back room.
Oh, no. For us, we had to go because it was like,
Oh, yeah.
if my mom was not working at that time, sometimes she worked for periods of time and then she didn't work. But if she was
Yeah.
not working, it's like, y'all need to go outside and play. Go outside and play. And then don't come back until my stories are over because she didn't want anybody in the house. She didn't want distraction.
Mm-mm.
Go outside and play, and that's when we played outside. That's when kids actually
Oh,
played.
yeah.
Outside, Go down
Yeah.
to the
It
lumber
didn't matter
yard
how
and
hot it
play
was
baseball
or how
something.
cold it was.
No,
Go
cold
behind
didn't
us
matter.
outside.
Yes. Shoot, we used to play football in the street because I grew up in the city, and so we had city streets, and we used to wait for the snow to come, and then the snow would pack up and the ice, and then we play ice football on the streets because the cars couldn't take the streets because they closed down, and we play ice football. We were stupid. I took too many hits to the head. I'm telling you, but it was fun. It was fun. Now I
Of
can't
course,
handle the
back
cold.
then, Sorry, y'all. We took it back. We took it way.
We went
back.
way back. Oh Lord, are we live? Are we live, Shawna? I forgot. Right?
See, this is what happens at the beginning before we come on. Link sent. We'll get a text message. Link sent, and then this is what we do. So we had to do a podcast for this.
Exactly. Oh Lord have mercy. We better get somebody a reading before they wind up.
Yes, let's get
banning
somebody
us.
a reading, honey. Who do you feel you picked first today? Because usually you have me picking first today.
I think
So
Shield
who are you
Nova came
drawn
in
to?
last night. If
Who?
I'm not mistaken, I think Shield Nova came in last night, and I'm almost certain Miss Angie said Shield Nova come in the morning and Don will read for you. So I think I owe Shield
Okay.
Nova. I'm almost certain. And
Okay.
Angie, you can correct me. There was somebody, and I thought it was Shield Nova last night that you had said that, and I think Kay Weezy as well. Kay Weezy, I saw you two last night, and Angie mentioned you as well. So
Okay,
those two, I've got to do. I got to do the two of those
Hello.
for sure, because
Yes.
they were last
Okay.
night, and we owed them. I owed them. Yeah. So
You owe them. You
I owe
owe them.
and I pay my debts. I pay my debts.
Yes, Boy Meets World. Yeah, I remember that show. Boy, when they had that whole was it the teacher that touched what's her face? And then they had this I guess court session. Oh man. I that was the one I hated the most when I watched Boy, because I'm like, well, he did it and he sucks. He should get fired.
Well, look at that change in the
We
thing.
was too much involved into these shows
Oh, yeah.
back then.
Yeah, it's fascinating. When I look now and I see people connected to like the Kardashians and things, and I wonder. But I remember, I'm thinking, I remember me connecting to other stars.
Yeah.
But they gave me something in return because I got great entertainment. But I guess so. I don't know. I'm never the Kardashian.
No.
I'm not making anybody mad.
Reality
I just don't get
TV,
it.
I'm kind of over it anyway because it's not reality TV.
It's not. They call it not scripted, but it's like
Yeah, it's scripted.
They come
Or
awfully
they
close.
prep them for talk about this.
They set up the scene.
Talk about like
Mhm.
come on, man. And kind of like, oh, did somebody just tell you to say that to
Yeah.
bring something up, to bring some drama because it's y'all boring already?
Exactly. That's why
But
Nene
Shield
Weeks
Nova.
kept coming back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta because they were so boring, and Nene brought Nene brought the chaos.
What?
She brought the
What?
chaos. She was known for chaos.
Yeah. Yeah, what they doing now is like, okay, oh my gosh, y'all, this is, I like to see the outfits, like, oh, okay, okay, your boobies is about to fall out, but okay. It's like every time you see the housewives, it's like they low cuts is even lower now. You're like, just come on with a bra or
And
don't
how,
wear
I mean, they
nothing.
cinch up the breast so much, it's like they get
I mean,
double
all the
pinned.
way
You
up
know, it's
here
like
to the
holy crap.
chin.
You know, exactly. They lose their
All the
neck
way up
because
to
the
the
breasts
chin.
are up like, oh, the cheesy whiz.
I know, right? It's like, what doctor did you go to for that to happen? Because you don't want to you're gonna suffocate yourself when you lay down.
Yeah, it's like, ask Dolly, call Dolly. She'll tell you they can be too big,
Right?
you know?
She got them out. Well, she
Yeah,
she
she reduced
reduced.
them. Yeah,
So
because she used to be, oh, beaver. Oh, yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
let's
That was
start
the
with Shield
biggest thing on
Nova.
her.
Exactly. We'll start with Shield
Shield
Nova and then we'll go
Nova.
to Kay Weezy next. Yeah.
Okay. We're
Do
gonna
you have
do
anything?
Shield. You waiting for me?
I heard you shuffling cards. I thought you were ready.
I got them out, but I was like, wait a minute, what's happening? I'm thinking about these boobies. That's what I'm thinking about. Good gracious.
Breasticles. They're breasticles.
Just the big old balloon. She'll know, but if you're still here, you need to let stuff go, honey. You got the hangman here. Let it go. Let it go. Surrender your needs. Surrender your desire. Let it go, hunty. I feel
Where's my button?
like
Where's my button? Let it go.
I
Let
know
it go.
we need one of those buttons.
Hmm.
I feel like you're holding on to either a situation, a person, or something. The thing is, when you let it go, you welcome in all this clarity. You welcome in all this enlightenment of like, oh, okay, now you can see better. I just feel like you're just dangling, just trying to hold on to something that it's not serving you anymore. You have the Three of Wands here. I didn't even look at these cards. All I did was pull them and just set them down. So you're getting real-time read right here. Okay, so this Three of Wands is this energy of look beyond what's in front of you. That's what I feel like it is. The Three of Wands is always this is for Shield Nova.
Shield Nova.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And look beyond what's in front of you and look at the bigger picture. I'm just getting you focusing on future, prepping for the future, okay? Doing things for the future, like actually making it happen instead of waiting for this big moment to happen for you. No, it's time. Maybe that's what it is. Let that go. Let that idea go, and then go for it. And go get what's. What am I saying? It's like this energy around. Go for yours. That's what I'm getting. It's like go for yours. Go get yours. Start planning all these things. You have the Temperance card. Be patient with the process. Be patient with yourself. How it's going, because this is a healing process. It's like you going through that process of healing yourself. To bring balance back in, because this is the ultimate. 10 of Cups here is that ultimate card of happiness. It's promised to you. That's why I love the 10 of Cups, because you always, it don't matter what deck you look at, that 10 of Cups is always going to have the rainbow. Okay. And that rainbow is representing promise from spirit, from the universe, from your higher source, of you receiving it. And being open to receive it, please do, because it's happening for you. It's just you just really need to be patient of your healing, because don't rush that process of healing. 8 of Pentacles, really stay focused on your craft. Don't pay attention to the distractions. Just hone in to what brings you joy. I feel like it's like your skills, and continue your studying or continue learning, and mastering your craft, if that makes sense. So that's what I have.
For me, it's interesting because the very first thing that came to my mind, Shield Nova, when I saw your name was this video. And it's time for you to stand up and take a bow. It's time for you
Ooh.
to put you first and stand up and take a bow. And this is a very fitting video for this little thing. The question should be, should it be me? And the answer is yes, it should be you. This is a time where you need to shine. You have got to stop, not got to, you can do what you wish, but you should consider taking time and making you a priority. I'm getting a real sense that you have, again, you put yourself on the back burner. You do not service yourself well. You do not take care of yourself well. You are always trying to jump to make other people happy. Family has a lot of demands. Family, and I'm not talking just your family as in children and spouse. I'm talking as in brothers, sisters, parents. They put a lot of demands on you, and you fall in line. You line right up because you feel it's an obligation. And there is some obligation, but Shield Nova, you have to be a healthy, whole individual first before expecting other people to consider you the same. You have to believe it first. Because if you don't see yourself whole and happy, then they won't see you whole and happy. More importantly, you're, for lack of a better word, sometimes you're a dumping ground. They dump their their sewage, their sludge on you, and then they run on. So it's like you got to step back. You got to step back and say, you know what? I got to put me first. And do this for, give yourself a month. We're getting ready to go into June. This is the perfect time for this. Give yourself a month of me, a me month. How do I feel? What do I want? Create boundaries, Miss Shawna. Create boundaries. You and I know what boundaries are about.
Yes,
don't
we do.
Create boundaries. And there's a fantastic podcast on that very topic. And this is the thing. But more importantly, create some boundaries for yourself and your family and your friends, and say, you know what? For this month, for the month of June, it's all about me. I am the drama. And therefore, when you make a choice, when you make a decision, when you do anything this month, what I would ask you to do is to ask yourself, am I doing this for me? And not in the sense of, okay, I want to help you do this because I want you to feel good about me. That's not helping you for you. That's helping you to feel good because you know they want to feel good about you. No, I'm saying what makes you feel good. What is good for you? What helps to drive you forward? If you have career thoughts, choices, options, this is the month for you to focus on those, and then tell the folks around you, hey, I'm doing this. I want you all to get in line behind me. I want you, if I have a business, I want you to send me referrals. If I'm going to school and going back to school, I want you to make sure that you give me my study time. And help transportation, whatever it takes, whatever you're doing, put you first. Put you first for the month of June. And then after the end of the month of June, take a look at yourself and say, do I like this person? Believe it or not, you're finally going to meet you. It's been a long time since you met you, because you are living everybody else's image of you. It's time for you to learn who you are. And the month of June, again, not because June's special, but because the timing is of this reading and what I'm looking here at 5/29 is the date. This is a perfect time. So do this for yourself. And especially because you're at a point where you need to shake things up. You got to say, the things can't continue the way they are. And you know what that does? It continues to give you self-doubt. And that self-doubt right down there, that's another thing you should watch that podcast, because self-doubt is debilitating. It is debilitating.
You need to watch all of them. How about that?
Need to.
Watch all of them. If you don't want to watch them, listen to them.
Exactly. So that's what I got for you, Shield Nova. Stand up, be strong, put yourself first, give yourself a moment to shine. And I'm going to let Miss Angie say it one more time, because no one says it better than Miss Angie herself.
Nope.
And when you start thinking about not being the drama again during your month, let Angie give you another word of advice.
Look at my face. Don't do it. No.
Again, focus on you. Nobody else.
Yes. And that three of wands popped out again. When I was just shuffling. Stay focused on your goals, your
Mhm.
desires, your things. What is it that Shield Nova needs? Okay.
Exactly.
What are your wants? What are your desires? And understand that it will be met, all of them. Okay. Because you have infinite abundance. That
Exactly.
affirmation was cut up and said backwards, but it was to the point where
Mhm.
you need to understand how powerful you are, and you're not a landfill, honey. You're not.
Mhm.
Quit letting people dump on you, and let go of the chaos. Let go of holding on to other people's stuff and making it
Exactly.
yours. You
Exactly.
know, be your own drama for yourself. Okay.
Exactly. Yep. Live your truth. Live your truth.
Yes.
Next is Mr. K. Weezy Jones.
Hey, Weezy, we haven't read for you in a long time, honey.
There's a song that just came to my head because I don't know if because of what you said or whatever, but it was like it seems like Kay Weezy, you are on the precipice of finally breaking through. You're finally. I just get this energy
Yeah,
of it's been a long
a
time coming,
breakthrough.
and I
Mm-hmm.
just feel that, and that's like it's so stick with what you're doing, but don't stop with what you're doing. Add more, continue to do more, make sure you're shaking things up, and let's see some activity. Let's see you move forward. But you again keep shaking things, keep moving things, keep tweaking around the edges. I
Mm-hmm.
think you already are. You have the foundational stuff going. It's just you need to tweak around the edges, and so
Mm-hmm.
keep going, keep strong. Also, vernacular. I'm told to work on your vernacular, and I'm guessing what I mean by that is term usage. Make sure you're still getting creative and using and working with terms, learning, expanding your terms, expanding the vernacular so that your message can be more can reach across broader fields, but more importantly, can clearly define and portray what you want. Because sometimes I think that the message gets muddled a little bit because of the terminology. So make sure you focus on using the right word for the right moment, that kind of stuff. That's what I'm picking up.
Mm-hmm.
What you got, Miss
Mm-hmm.
Shawna?
Well, Mrs. Confirmation, but the same of what adding in. You have the world here.
All right.
Um, yes, that's the first card. That's letting you know your breakthrough is literally happening, and you're coming through it. Because there's success, there is that happiness, but it's also the universe is delivering the world energy to you. And things are aligning accordingly, but but there is some frustration there with this Three of Swords. I feel like as you move into this different space, there might be other people or close people that's around you that don't get how that was just so country, how what I just said, don't get that doesn't get how you move. Okay. And things that you're going to have to let go, circles that you are going to have to come out of, and you're getting into newer circles here. So I feel like there can be some frustration behind how things are moving for you, or um how things are going right now. It's like, dang, I feel that something new is coming along, or changes is happening, but I don't see them now. Why am I not seeing them? They're on the way. Okay, they're on the horizon. It is there. That is the great thing. That the first thing that came out is the world card here. You do have the Five of Cups here. It's Five of Cups. I'm just getting energy of stop crying over spilt milk. It's over. It's done with. Now let's get back into focus, or let's get focused on doors opening for you, new things opening, because when you dwell on what has already happened, you can't see what can happen in front of you. And I feel like there is two doors, or maybe two opportunities that are like, listen, hello, do you not, I'm right here, but you're too busy like worrying or like, dang, this is how I used to be. This is what I used to have. This is the people that, was around me then, this. No, you're moving differently now. It's like you're leveling up. It's like you got this upgrade and things are shifting. And this is how you need to be moving in this shift. Let this go. Let this allow this to be your freedom card. Okay. Every time I see the 5 of Cups, I associate it with freedom, going on to bigger and better things. All right. You do have the Queen of Wands. With this Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, not Queen of Wands. With this Queen of Swords is maturity, but I also feel like there is a divine feminine presence around you that you look up to, that or this could be someone that gives you advice and puts you on that right way and help you get in control, because you do have the Emperor card here, and establishing control. With this is a powerful feminine energy of that Queen of Swords. This is no bull crap. This is the diva. This is almost like air energy, and seeing things differently instead of seeing it the old way. I really feel like I feel like there is a divine, like a powerful energy here, and it's an older person. Yeah, it's like you're going through a new cycle, but you need to make a decision of how you want to, what you need to do. Okay, but note that the World card is your first card, and your last card is the Emperor. And this is letting you know that you are taking back control over your life, back control over your situation. Okay. And you're just going through this new cycle. It's like you went through the crap. Now you coming right back on top. It's just, you need to make the decision of which way you want to go with this. And as this says with the Two of Swords, go within, because you already know the answer. You already know what to do. Just trust yourself. Trust your gut. Okay. Trust your intuition. Trust what was being said to you. Take a moment, ground yourself, meditate. You don't need to meditate for like 30 minutes. You can meditate for 5-10 minutes. Just quiet yourself and hear what's being told. So that's what I have for you.
Fantastic.
Yay!
Who is next then? Who else is here? Let us know, please.
Yes, let us know.
And we will, and let us know if it's general or specific as well. If it's specific, tell us the question. Don't say specific.
Yeah. Let us know.
Let us know. Let us know.
Let it snow or let us know.
Let us know.
We don't want no snow.
No.
It snows out here right now, but something is wrong.
Oh, hell, definitely doesn't freeze over then. Valerie Copeland says, she'll take a reading. There we go.
Awesome. I'm here, General.
And then we'll do Ray Lopez after that.
Yes, Ray, I saw you playing with them AI pictures. Did you see? Oh, okay, Ray. You know how you can take it and it does like, I don't know, 10 pictures of you differently. I'm like, oh, all right, Ray.
Being creative, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Valerie. Every time I say that name, I think of Amy Winehouse.
Me too. Oh, God, yes.
Ooh, I like. What you worrying about? You have the 10 of Cups here, Valerie. There's nothing to be worrying about. This is literally it happened. This is like the ultimate happy card here. And the ultimate, like, is this going to happen for me? Is this going to, what is this? It's like you're questioning of when, but things are coming in. transformations are happening for you. I also feel like it's not just for you, but like your environment, okay? Like other people, like your loved one, everything is going or coming accordingly, if that's right, if I'm saying that right. It's happening accordingly. That sounds better. Um the universe is being very busy for you, and it's not stopping for you. And the universe heard and hears what your prayers, what your needs are, and it is delivering. uh, just trust the process, okay? This is a journey. This is not a super this is a marathon, okay? So things are happening the way they need to happen. But literally, I'm getting a lot of transformation, a lot of things. I think that's like your theme right now is transformation. Changes are happening, but there's abundance coming in as well. There's uh, uh, cups being delivered to you, that's overflowing, blessings being delivered to you from spirit. Just get ready to take that leap. Get ready to jump into this happiness. I also feel like there is man, I'm getting like with this 10 of cups, it's like family energy of the abundance, like growth happening. So I don't know what that may mean. But you have the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles is don't allow distractions to throw you off. Okay, literally, stay in your energy of being positive, being focused, learning at the same time. Wow, I'm getting 2 rainbows here. And with this 2 of Pentacles that you have, it's like you're juggling which thing that you want to focus on the most. Okay, that's what I feel. 9 of Wands, keep negative things at bay, toxic things at bay. Have boundaries. Well, y'all gonna get tired of hearing these words today. Boundaries, respect your boundaries, put that up, but continue to persevere into what your desires are. Continue to move in that way. I also feel like this, spirit is saying this. Don't listen every advice that you get is not always good advice, if that makes sense. Okay. And when you over indulge in the advice, like, okay, bam, you go to another person and listen to whatever they got to say, and then you listen to another person, whatever they got to say. All of that can get fuzzed up where it can be too much for you, and you will feel so overwhelmed, and then you will be so confused, and you'll be like, what the heck? What did you just say? What are you talking about? Wait, that's not what was told to me. Too much information. It's not always. Boom.
Right?
Boom.
Yeah.
It's really putting that focus back into you. Believe what you feel. Believe what spirit is telling you. Once again, when you oversaturate information, it can just become, well, this is what this person told me. This is what this person told me. Well, what do you feel? What is being told? What is your higher self telling you? And it makes you question everything. Okay. So I feel like spirit wanted me to tell you that for some reason. Okay. No, there is a reason, but you know what that reason is. Okay. So that's what I have for you, love.
Message sent, message received. Signed, sealed, delivered.
Boom, boom.
Absolutely.
Oh, I haven't even been looking. I've been leaving it. Oh, okay, baby.
Super. Yep. Let go, let God. Let go, let God.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. That you said it perfectly.
Yeah.
You said it. See, you just need to trust yourself.
Hmm.
But the universe hears everything, and your prayers are being answered. I promise you. If I probably pull the card and it says answer prayers, I'm getting off this live. Self-acceptance. Yeah, it's trusting yourself, girl.
Alrighty then. Anything else before we move on?
No.
Super duper, super duper. Nikita Singh.
Look
Are
at
you
there.
free?
What did I say?
Oh yeah, answer prayers.
I said I was gonna get off the live now. Let me
And with my favorite deck. And with my favorite deck.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, my favorite Oracle deck. I love that deck.
Cover. Yes, I was feeling Nikita too. So Nikita, are you still here? That's so crazy that you are we something like some psychics?
I don't know.
I
Don't
don't know.
don't tell anybody.
Don't tell nobody,
Our
y'all.
secret. Our secret. Just me, you, and everybody
And
watching.
everybody else.
Nikita, please let us know you are here. Confirm.
Yes.
Let us know you are here. While we wait for Nikita, also, if you're wanting a reading, please let us know. And let us know a general or specific question. Don't say specific, just give us the
Please
question.
don't.
And don't ask for a love reading. That's
No.
Bunny. That's Miss Bunny. Last night, both Angie and I picked up love reading energy for one person.
Lord.
And we're like, oh, we're getting into territory here. This was not good. But it was good for them because you know what? It was positive for them. That was a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because usually with the Grim Reaper of love, it's like, yeah, when we read for you with love and you get blood, oh, it's not good. But no, it was good. It was very good, actually.
Especially with readers that don't want to do no love readings.
Exactly. Exactly. So there you go. Folks,
Nikita, did you leave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't forget to check out my book, The Ultimate Power Within, Unleashing the Magic of Affirmations. It's available on Amazon and also at my website, which is sonoranmystictarot.com.
Yes.
And while you're at it and you feel in the mood to purchase, we got another 2 books actually from Miss Shawna. One is a manifestation journal, and I'll let her tell you what that is.
You was doing good, child. I love the radio voice here. This 21-day journal. Okay, it's 21 days to break a habit, 21 days to start a habit. But this is a digital journal. It is amazing. It breaks things down. It gets you going. It helps you connect with that energy of manifestation or manifesting whatever, dealing with some issues that are coming up. This is a great thing to use daily. I highly, highly recommend. And right now it is digital. Okay. It is available for a download as soon as you make the purchase. Okay. That's when you get your download.
So you don't have to wait for the mailman to deliver anything. It comes right to you, right to your device.
Absolutely. And if you want a deeper understanding of why the 21 days, go check out my blog on goddesspower.net. It is, 21 days to break a habit. You better CPR. Go check that out. This breaks, the psychology behind it. It's a easy read, maybe 2-3 minutes. Okay. So make sure you go check that out as well. Then my other, which is the astrology planner. This is for the whole year of 2025. The calendar has all the astrology transit, all the events, all of what's going on, the full moon, the new moon, what's retrograde, what's everything. And then it has a breakdown of what all of this stuff means, and then some deep rooted questions for journaling. It's amazing. Also, crystals, what crystals to use for the month, why to use those crystals, what those crystals bring, hold you accountable for your weekly planning. Okay, making your to-go, your to-do, not your to-go, but your to-do list, all of that. And then it's also a great thing to reflect for the month. What has happened at the end of the month? Did you get all of what you needed to get done? What happened, what didn't happen. It's all there. We have the digital planner and we also have the hard copy. Okay. And it's no third party with the hard copy. You are getting the hard copy from me. I'll mail them out directly to you. Okay.
And there's some implanted QR codes in the book
Yes.
that no one else can see or go to those spaces except for those who have the book. So little hidden secrets and gems that no one else has access to.
Yes,
in the
thank
book
you for
purchase.
that. Yeah, I be forgetting saying my little extra stuff in there. But it has videos. It takes you, the QR code will take you to a video of a whole breakdown for the month, exclusively only to that planner. Okay, nobody else has access to it. Okay, so I think Nikita is not here.
So we move on. Nikita, your loss is somebody else's gain.
Oh yes, Nikita was like, y'all take it too long.
Hey, that's the price of admission.
Yes, you got to know by now. We talk, child. We talk.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And folks, if you ever want to see what true mediumship really looks like, not Hollywood style, I suggest you check out this. This is it says, I call it a Dear Mama, a message from the other side. And this is a connection, an actual message while we were live, where we had a visitation with a spirit. And it was so it was so strong that we decided to put it up as a little video on YouTube. And so if you want to check it out, it's really cool. But it shows you how mediumship works. And I think it's such a cool thing because you see the Hollywood style mediums, but then you live this life and you see what really real mediumship works, how it works.
You know what's also crazy with the Hollywood mediums? When they come and visit, right? And they want you to pay for these tickets, but then there's no guarantee that you have a hit, or there's no guarantee of anything. It's just, okay, well, no, if I'm gonna pay these dollars, I want somebody to come talk to me.
Yeah, and sometimes there are thousands that sit in the audience.
Yeah.
And so you know going in, you're probably not going to, but yet you shell out the money. And like here in Arizona, we had the Hollywood medium, which is Travis Tyler Henry, recently come through. We had Teresa come through, Teresa Caputo, which is the Jersey one. And it's interesting because, New York, Long Island.
The Long Island, yeah.
Yeah, Lord, she'd be insulted if I said Jersey, right? But
right.
Long Island. Anyway, how do they say that? But yeah, so and you're right. And I had friends who paid the ticket price and put a lot of money up, and they were in the audience. I actually did it myself two times. I went to see Thomas John, but there was a small church group thing, and so it was only about 30 or 40 people. And Michael and I went, and unfortunately we didn't get called on that one. But the next time we went to see John Edwards, who I've watched for so long, and I really like his style. And I just felt like, he's gonna call on us. And so he started on the other side, and there must have been like 300-400 people there. It was a massive room, and all these people and all these seats. And he picked up an energy over there, and he worked that for a little while. Then he came to the other side of the room, and he said, "I'm picking up this and about a book." And I'm like, And it's a man here who's had this. And I'm thinking, this sounds like my dad. I told Dad, I said, this sounds like my dad. And he's going up the far aisle, and I'm sitting in the next grouping of seats over. And he's going up. He's like, "No, I'm following this energy." And he's like, "You," and he's like picking up different things. And then he crosses over and he points directly to Michael. And he said, "I'm being told you're the one." He said, do you know a Carol? And he's like, "No." I said, "Michael, that's your grandmother." Carol. And he's like, oh yeah, I do. It's my grandmother. And he's like, "Okay, it's you." And then John Edwards picked up that both of our boys were adopted. He said there were 3 kids, 2 boys, a girl. He picked up that the 2 boys were adopted. He picked up that the information about Michael and learning and reading. And my dad's like, "Get the education, learn this information. You will do well with it." My dad had things from Michael to say to Michael. It was crazy. And then my dad, but John Edwards confirmed my dad had, something in the head that was causing it to die. And he told me to finish my book, which eventually I did finish the book. all these things, and it was like it was right on point. And I felt like, oh my God, this is great. And John Edwards even prompts you. He says, don't do this, do this, do this. When I call on you, don't do this. And of course, as soon as he called on me, I was blanking on some things, and I'm like, wait a minute, I do this. I should know not to do that, but I did blank. And then also I started rambling a little bit, and he's like, no. He said, did you not listen? I told you. I'm like, no, you're right. You're right. I'm good. And so, because for what I thought he needed to know, from what I would need to know as a medium, no, he didn't want that. He's like, no. And then he picked up, and then Ed's father came in at the same time then.
Oh, wow.
And because he picked up the cancer in the stomach and whatever. And so it turned out to be an amazing hit. So we actually got our money's worth. But you're right.
Like
Generally
that.
speaking, you go, you do not, you don't, and it's tons of people. There are tons of people there.
Oh, yeah. Angie just said she went to go see Teresa, but she stayed in the front, not in the back. See, it's like you pay all that money because them tickets ain't cheap, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when you have thousands of people. Those tickets ain't cheap.
Oh, no.
You're coming in, I'm going to see a show. No, I better see Diana Ross come out. I better see Janet Jackson come down from the ceiling. Michael Jackson better show up. All the Jacksons. We gonna have a reunion of the Jacksons.
Even Tito coming back from the dead. Tito and Michael coming back from the dead. Oh my
yes, because I
want
to see. That would be. Everybody else would be running. I'm like, where's my popcorn at? Come on, y'all, go ahead, perform.
Exactly. Yeah, no, and it's funny because when Tyler Henry came the first time that I could recall, he came here, they wanted $300 a ticket. I'm like, hey, no, I don't care how good you are. Because again, I'm going to sit there and watch you do what? I mean, I don't mind watching, but I know that I'm going to spend that much. No, I want
not for no $300.
That's not the entertainment I want. I want a different kind of entertainment,
Yeah,
and Lord have mercy.
That $300, I can go to somebody personally.
Exactly.
And then we're gonna have that one-on-one, and everybody ain't gonna be in my business. Okay?
Exactly.
And then we're gonna record.
Yeah.
Because I'm paying $300 for that. I'm paying for a personal thing, but for $300, no.
Yeah, when he came last time, it was a lot less, and everybody else, and I think a lot of them were a lot less this time because the tickets were much more affordable. I think, and I think they got the point. It's like, you know what, let's make it reasonable because again, there was no guarantee in the end. Just no guarantee.
No, ain't no guarantees and nothing. You better.
Angie said 300 plus to sit down front.
Oh, you crazy.
So
for her to go past me? No.
Exactly.
You gonna stop right here. I'm gonna block this way. No, you gonna speak to me.
Yeah.
I think that's why she stayed in the front.
Yeah, I think we paid either 95 or 125 for our tickets. Yeah, and that was doable. That was a range. I thought, I can handle. I can take.
I'm not going to miss it. Yeah,
exactly.
It's like, I can pay for that for a lunch or that's three decks of tarot cards.
Tarot cards, exactly. Yeah. Well, wait a minute. Now you made me rethink. I'm not sure I would do that because I'm talking about my tarot cards. You know me and my tarot cards.
Yeah. I'm talking about the brand spanking new ones, the ones that just came out, like those. Yes.
Because now I'm rethinking because I was like, I could have had 3 decks.
You could have had 3 decks.
I can't replace a John Edwards because that was amazing.
Yeah, but that type of information and have that type of connection, that's priceless right there.
Exactly. But we did. I do remember we did promise Ray Lopez the next reading.
Yes. Oh yeah. Right. Yep. Dang, we skipped all over.
Bad. Here you go, Ray. This one's for you. And I think Ray was general as well. I don't think it was a specific question.
I didn't see a question from Ray.
Yeah. Because we were talking about fitness, remember, and she popped up and then she
talking about it's still not fantastic.
Yep. Exactly.
Ray, don't be hating on Kingdom now.
Yes. Did you hear that the number 1 doc in the county, the number 1 from the people, the readers of, I forget what the paper of record, I guess is what I'll call it, because that's how in legal terms, we always call it that. And that's the big paper in town. They did a survey, and Dr. Edgardo Rivera was the number 1 cancer doctor in the county.
Oh, wow. Yes. Okay. Mojave County.
Yeah. Yep. For Kingman, and he works there at Kingman Regional. So Dr. Rivera got
congratulations.
Absolutely. Yes.
Ray, are you still here? I hope
She may be
is.
in between patients, so
Oh, okay.
I'll make sure I mark the time. It's 1
Okay.
minute, 1 hour 19.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure somebody's there's going back to tell her. There you are. They're telling you. Oh, card flew out. Card flew out. I had a jumper. I never
Oh
get
yeah,
jumpers,
Ray's still here. Okay.
and I never
Ray's
get
here.
jumpers. Isn't that crazy?
What is it?
I never get jumpers, and yet for Ray, I got a jumper. Look at that.
Oh, the
Ray,
Two
if
of
you're gonna have a
Swords.
jumper, this is the one. That's the one.
Mhm.
You are putting
Coins.
this is letting you know the plans are coming together. Keep working toward what you're doing, because
Yes.
again, this is the planning card. This is not the movement card. This is the planning card. This is the getting ready, doing the primary work, doing the work that gets you to the next space. And this is where you're headed. See this, the future. See this and the bright skies. So again, the work is here. It's not easy and it's a lot to do. And again, but the rainbow is coming. So keep focused on this, the destination. Keep focused on the destination. Focus on where you're going, and put the work in now, because it will get you to where you want to be. And yeah, it can be rough from time to time. See the flash splashing of the water down here. Again, and this is change. This is fluidity. All things are fluid. Make sure that you're fluid too. Make sure that you're adapting to change. Make sure that you adjust to the things you need to, and ride it as you can. Again, take it as it comes, and see the winds. The winds push a little bit, but if you focus on where you're going, and know that there is success at the end of this journey, because again, the white skies here, then you're going to be okay. So just keep pushing
Yes.
forward, okay?
That was it. Well, my long ones.
No more needed. That was, I mean, it was all very specific. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going with that. I'm not even playing with it there.
Well, this is along with the rest, Ray. You got the Justice card. So that's the first card. That's, things are happening for you, which is amazing. Things are coming into balance. Also, I'm getting honesty, being truthful. Things is revealing themselves to you in a great way, but it's also about trusting, because she's blindfolded. I'm getting major Libra energy here, but I'm also getting balance. Balance is happening. You do have the Judgment card, so this is a gift. This is a blessing coming in from Spirit, definitely for you. Here's this Four of Wands, a celebration. I feel like a new foundation is definitely coming up. Did you say something about a house?
No.
Oh. For some reason, house keeps coming up. But I'm just getting calmness. I'm getting happiness. It's just uplifting energy, where there is like some type of celebration. You're going to be receiving some news here that is going to be either by email or by some type of airway, email or text. I'm just getting an email. It keeps coming for you, I feel. But the message that is you're receiving, it is literally from divine, from where you are preparing for what's to come. So same thing what Don is saying, and then you have the world here to end it. So there is some major changes happening in your life. I mean, these are life changing, because there's 3 major arcana here. So this is good energy. This is success energy. This is abundant energy. And I'm excited to hear what's on the horizon for you. So whatever it is that you have been prepping and doing, keep doing it, because it is making waves. Okay, literally in that 2 of coins, it is making waves. Okay,
And it will not always be. You're not always going to. The thing is, keep it in mind. It's not going to be smooth sailing. It's not. It's
right.
There will be high winds from time to time, not at your back, but in your face, and they're pushing back on you. But you just have to stay determined and stay, committed, and you're gonna be fine.
Yeah, but I feel like all the cards that was there, it's like you're facing everything. Like you are prepared and ready for it. You're like, all right, let's go.
Mhm.
It's like you're not turning your back. You're not scared of it. You just, let's go.
But
You
I do,
know?
I do get the energy that from time to time she questioned.
Oh yeah,
And she's,
of
she's like,
course.
she's like, is this really where I need to spend my time? Is this really where I need to be focusing? And things like
Right.
that. And it's not unhealthy to do that, Ray. By the way, it's not unhealthy
No.
that you do that. But the thing is to remember that you're running the long game. You're not running the short game.
Yes, this
Not
is
running the long
right.
game. So again, this is helping you to focus on the long game, the long success,
Mhm. Mhm.
because I mean, it's things that we like, things that sometimes the things that we need the most are things that we don't like the most.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
sometimes it's like medicine, a spoonful of medicine makes a spoonful of sugar help the medicine go down. And sometimes you have to take the medicine. So you try to find the best way to take the medicine, but
Right.
you still got to take the medicine. So,
Yeah.
know that you're taking the medicine, but at the end, as somebody in the medical field, as you get your treatment, as you get your medicine, it will eventually pay off and you're going to benefit from having taken the medicine. So take the medicine, do the school, get the work done, and you will see that once it's done, you're going to look back and say, man, that was another. This is the important thing is the school is not only the education you're getting from the classes, but this is also a life journey that said, I can face anything. I can, if I set my mind to it, no matter how
Mhm.
difficult or frustrating it can be, I can do it. So
Right.
this is about setting goals, facing hurdles, and making sure that you are not deterred. So this is far more than merely an education. This is not more than a book education. This
Mm.
is a life lesson as well.
Yeah.
So
And it's also to show you not to give up on yourself.
yep, yep,
Like you are pushing through, you are persevering. So this is not a give up. This is, you don't even have the strength to give up. It's
yeah,
like, because why waste all of that? Why? So I feel like you also are done with the giving up part, but the why keeps coming up, like why am I going through this, or why did I make this decision? Just keep going. It's panning out. It's panning out for your highest good. So I'm excited about what's to
yes.
come for you, because there's a blessing that comes with that. And spirit is definitely giving it to you, honey. Okay.
So hopefully, Ray, that helped you. Next, Miss Shawna.
Well, let's do Michelle. Michelle Oliver. Because that's what I see, and I didn't scroll down. You're welcome, Miss Ray.
Michelle Oliver, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Let me find the name. Oh, it's right there. I thought it was back further. It's like right there.
Just a looking. I'm like, okay,
Sorry.
maybe he's that's because I said that's what I see.
Yeah, and it didn't register. The words
Right.
came through, but the computer had not kicked on.
It did not. We did not
No,
compute.
and no filtering going on. It's just like, burp, burp, burp. That's why they don't put light over here, because if you do, it shines over here because it just goes
That's
straight
what
on
happens.
through. Yep, straight on through. There you go. There you go.
That other deck that I have for you, Michelle, it did not have nothing to come out, and I was just shuffling it away. It wanted me to come to the light deck, but it also I gotta go to the healing deck because I haven't been.
She needs healing. I got a lot of pressure here.
Yes,
a lot of pressure. What do you?
that was like the
Yeah.
first thing. It's like, I don't know why you forcing anything out of this deck. Ain't nothing coming out.
Yeah.
But healing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What did you get? What do you have for her?
I'm feeling a whole lot of pressure on my chest. Are you being pulled in many directions, Michelle? Because I feel like you are. I feel like there's a decision to be made, and you really don't know. You have so many competing interests that you aren't. It's like somebody is going to not be happy. Somebody in the end is not going to be happy, no matter what choice you make.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what the choice is. I have no idea because they're not showing me that. But they are. You're at like a precipice where you need to make a change. Is a good way to put it. But you need to shake things up.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta shake there. It's and you know that. But again, to do that, you have to put some people or some things on the back burner, and you're not ready to do that because you're emotionally not ready to do that. But yet you know you need to. You
Mm-hmm.
know you need to do this. And so, Michelle, I think it's time where you have to have a very long conversation with yourself, um, and and face reality that what's working. There's something more out there. This isn't working to your full advantage. You know there's something more, and so you need to initiate some sequences that put you in a situation where where you shine the most, because again you just consider too many. You're considering too many things, too many options, too many other things, because again they're not focusing on the right thing. So first and foremost, what I'd suggest to you to do, from the energy I'm picking up, and this is something that Shawna's journal would have helped you immensely, because you would have already been there by now. And I'm not that's not a marketing tool for Shawna. This is just a direct statement, in the sense that because that journal asks questions every week and every month, and it just gives you ideas to think about, and then you do it. Plus a journal, you're writing down your thoughts. And Michelle, what I would suggest you to do is take the benefit from some of what Shawna has already done in the journal, and do a piece of paper. And what I want you to do is, I want you, on the left side, I want you to put stay, and on the right side, again, fold it in half, create that line down the middle. One side stay, one side go.
Mm-hmm.
One side stay, one side go. Then what I need you to do is, on the stay side, I want you to list all the things, and I'm talking not just physical things. I'm talking also psychological, mental, and otherwise, things that help you, feel good, that help you grow, that help you move forward. Things that you know, every time you think of them. It could be your little dog. You could have a little dog and you say, you know what? That dog just brings me that joy. So the dog stays. You know, it could be over here. Damn, that car keeps breaking down. It's got to go. The car. You know, again, over here, it could be the fact that self-doubt. It can't stay. I can't continue to doubt my own worth. So it needs to go in the go column. Again, not just physical forms. We're talking, but you need to make an inventory. You need to do an inventory of what is staying and what should go. And the stay and go isn't means you're going to get rid of it right now. But what I'm asking you to do is, I'm asking you to do a visual representation of what you can perceive as the things that help you and the things that hinder you.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you've done that, you're going to be shocked, because first and foremost, it's the first time you've seen it. And some of the things that you saw on the go side, you never thought about it. Some of the people that may wind up on the go side, you never thought about it. Or you thought about it and you dismissed it quickly. You're like, oh, no, I can't do that. And then once you do that, then you have to make a determination. All right, look at my inventory. I have so many things working for me. How can I not go forward? Because I've got this much support. I've got this much energy moving in my direction. So then you look over here to the go side and say, okay, now what is it that is easiest to park? What is easiest to eject? And you work on, and you strike that quickly. And then you work on the others. Sometimes the people that are in your life, if you feel you need to eject them, you don't necessarily. You can put them on park, give them a timeout, or have a conversation about boundaries. I hate to bring that up again, but have that conversation about boundaries. And that boundary conversation is letting them know, you know what? We've been friends for a long time. And, I've realized that I've allowed some things to get a little slippery slope-ish. and they kind of gotten into a point. So every time I'm around you, you dump your stuff on me, and it really weighs on me. And I don't know if you even know that, but we need to work on a new paradigm where when we get together, we talk about good things and we share, but I don't need to hear every awful thing about your life that you need to dump on me because it makes you feel good, because it doesn't make me feel good. And you need to say the me, I need to, for me, because it doesn't help me. This is the one me time. When you do boundaries, it's all about me. You have to do that because it is your boundary. And you're not accusing them of something. You're not attacking them. You're just saying, I can't do this for me. And so let's work on a different paradigm. Let's shift this. And if they can't do that, then you need to put them in park and say, for a little while, can we just have a space, because I need to heal me. Okay. That's what I'm thinking. Seriously, that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm thinking. So do that, list that paper, do the paper, get that done. And when you do that, do an analysis, and then start working toward understanding the things that help you and embrace them and use them when you need to run to safety, comfort, security. Those are your go-tos. And when you're feeling under attack, when you're feeling unwanted, unloved, unrespected, unappreciated, then you need to avoid all the things on the go side, because those things are going to make you feel worse. So again, it's that inventory and understanding, Michelle, because you need that. You really do, because I think that you sometimes question too much.
Yes.
And you don't appreciate enough of what you have and the value and worth you bring. Okay. I'll get off of the stage.
No,
It's your turn.
this is about to be the same thing. For some reason, this is why I went to the Light Seekers deck. Okay. Spirit wants you to start seeing the light and start walking in the light, being present in the light. Okay. Instead of in the shadow, or in staying in the shadow. Okay. You do have the Six of Cups. And let me just say, usually I read the Six of Cups is about trusting and things like that. But this Six of Cups is different because it's showing that it's the leaning on someone, your whole journey from the beginning to the end, right? And then when it's getting to the end, it's like you didn't want to let go, and you still leaning on the guidance. You're still leaning on all of that. So what I'm feeling from that Six of Cups is codependency. And I feel like Spirit is telling you, no, it's time for you to show your light, be in the light. Okay. Because that Two of Wands, it's time to make a decision. What is it that you really need to be focusing on? What is it? And what that is, yeah, she may feel lonely right here, but the world is what she's looking at. The world, and she got the travel and the little van down here. Let me get my finger. And the van down here. It's like, what do you want to take this journey on? Do you want to stay in this position of the woe is me? Like, I'm depending on, what I've already lost or who I've lost. No, you want to stay focused on you. It's like coming back to you. It's reigniting your light. That's it. This Nine of Wands, that's where the boundaries come through. This is where you have to honor. And then also, if there need folks are on you, okay, listen, you need to hold back. You need to let me step forward. Okay. I pulled the healing deck because that was the first thing I needed to hear. It was like healing. You need to pay attention to your dreams, because you are definitely getting messages through your dreams, and you need to write these things down. It may not make sense when you write them down. It's not, but it will all connect the dots later. Okay. But I also feel like a new love is coming through. Now, this new love doesn't mean it's a relationship. This is about you. This is about you bringing in a new love for yourself, or this could be a new love for a hobby or something. I'm not saying a whole new person is coming through. This is all about you right now. And you need to listen, because Spirit is talking to you. And I mean, and talking to you loud, but you're draining them out because you only want certain ones to be talking to you. No, they coming through because you in a different energy. And in this energy, they are trying to uplift you to become independent, not still with your spirit, codependent on someone else, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about you. I don't know. This is literally that energy of I need to take care of me. And in order to do that, I need to focus and take that sheet of paper out, write what needs to stay and write what needs to go. That's it. And not for nothing, my journal has a bunch of questions that will hit you internally. Okay. And don't feel bad to go and watch all of these episodes on the podcast, because everyone I know every one of them you will resonate with,
Mhm.
and that will help give you a guidance, because during our podcast we talk about it, but we also talk about how to overcome it, things to do to go that you're going through the self-doubt, through the boundaries, through what's the other ones? The self-doubt, the comebacks and the setbacks and the comebacks, all of that, because that aligns with you. It will resonate with you, you know. So take time out to listen to those or watch them, because that's great information, and it gives you homework to do. It really does. It's just an internal thing for you, and it's for me. I just feel it's you, spirit is telling you to relight your light, reignite. Okay, because it's like you keep dimming and you allowing other things and other people to dim your light, so much so it won't be able to light back up. You know, you keep going, it's gonna be so done. There's no wick no more. Okay, or wick, there you go. There's no wick anymore. So this is a nice warning, but it's also, I don't feel like it's too much of a warning. It's like an encouragement for you. Okay. But pay attention to your dreams, because at the same time you're going through an upgrade, or you may be going through an awakening. And when messages come through, they coming through with vivid dreams. Okay. So take a moment before, put a notebook beside the bed, and as soon as you wake up, maybe you go pee or go before you do that, write what comes up or what you dreamed about, and even set the intention before going to sleep that you are going to remember your dreams, remember your the messages that come through. Okay?
Absolutely.
When you set that intention before going to sleep, 9 times out of 10 you're going to remember the most important key points of that dream. Okay.
Absolutely.
So that's what we have for you,
All
Michelle.
right, then. Hopefully it helps, Michelle.
Yes.
It's not easy. There's no one fix and there's no easy answers.
No.
So know that it's a journey, and it is going to be filled with landmines and potholes and whatever else. But knowing that ultimately you'll get there, you just have to find, take the lessons as you go along, and use them as opportunities and not obstacles, as I say many times. Because again, if you see a bump in the road as an obstacle, then you've learned nothing from it. But if you see it as a way of learning something, maybe picking up something from it, then you'll grow from it. Because again, the last thing to do is have an experience and not learn something from it. And believe it or not, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And that's why we learn from it, because we don't want the same result. We need a different result, and therefore we have to learn not to do the same thing again, because that's the lessons that it kind of. And it's funny because as a child, if you make the stupid mistake of touching a hot pan,
right,
you quickly learn I ain't touching a hot pan. And if you touch it again and burn again, you're like, oh man, I forgot.
Absolutely.
Guess what?
Or you just sticking your finger in the socket.
Exactly. Yeah. So again, learn, take the opportunity to learn the lessons as you live them, and not just say, okay, I got knocked down. Getting knocked down is not the lesson. The lesson is how and why did you get knocked down, and what does it take to get back? And the reality is sometimes getting knocked down, the lesson wasn't getting knocked down. The lesson was, can I get back up? Did I get back up? Am I resilient? So the lesson is resiliency. Look, I did this. I am resilient. I came back. Nobody gave me that they didn't think I could do it. I did it. That kind of stuff. So,
and I know I know when you start to change and change the way, there's going to be inner conflict all the time. It happens because you're moving in a different way. You're addressing things that come up, right? You're addressing those emotions, but it's also, and those feelings. All right, address them and move on. You know, keep moving forward. Don't address them and stay and go backwards. Address and move forward. Okay.
Exactly.
And use that as fuel to move forward
Exactly.
instead of I'm gonna be stuck right here because this is the way I'm feeling. And there's nothing wrong with taking a day. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm not feeling it today. I'm not feeling it today. All right, well then tomorrow you better get it together. You
Yeah.
better get back what you was not feeling, address that. Take that time to address that. Take that time to really connect with your inner self and not fight. Don't have resistance. But if it does come up, just address it. That's it. Address
Exactly.
it and say, all right, I let it go. Inhale and exhale. Okay. That's it. Or write these things out, write them out, and then burn it or tear it up. But get it out of your system.
Absolutely. All right, Miss Shawna, we got time for one or two more. Who are you drawn to? If you're here, folks, and you want a reading, this is the time to pick up. Hey, Miss
somebody
Wendy,
just
good to
pop
see you
in first. If you want to read them, let us know.
Exactly. Good to see you, Miss Wendy. It's been a
Hey,
while.
Miss Wendy.
Miss Wendy, are you in Alaska or are you here in AZ? Miss Wendy has a piece of property in Alaska. It's just absolutely beautiful. And
Really?
it's so nice. Yeah. She's been in and out of Alaska for years.
I would like to come so I can have some Alaskan king crab. Okay. But I can bring something. Florida. I don't know if I can bring the sun, but I can bring something.
Depends on which 6 months out of the year it is, right?
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's
I never
beautiful
been
up
to
there.
Alaska though.
Yeah.
So.
Let's do Brittany Kittle. She popped in and she said, general, I guess. Yes.
Okay.
Let it go. Let it go. You're welcome.
Why did I hear when you said Brittany Kittle? Why did I hear when you said General? I thought you said Dollar General. I'm like, okay, well, maybe we need to go and get some stuff.
Budget.
Right. It's cheaper to buy cleaning supplies there. I'll tell you that than buying them from. Yeah. Well, they got the Dollar Generals everywhere around here.
Yeah.
It's like they open them like car washes.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, but it's a lot of places that's in the middle of nowhere. Or in the country per se, not the middle of nowhere because we're not in Arizona. You say in the middle of nowhere in Arizona. Oh,
there's a lot of nowheres in Arizona.
Yes.
I mean,
and
once you get
places
outside,
that you do not want to make the wrong turn at.
Exactly. Once you get outside the valley, you can drive for hours and see nobody or nothing. Nothing.
I've seen what's that? When oh my gosh, what's that? The Hill Have Eyes.
Oh yes.
No sir, no ma'am.
No spam.
No spam. Okay.
What you got for
Boy, Brittany, are you? What you've been manifesting? What have you been doing? Because there are some changes happening in your life. I'm talking about big ones. Let's start off with the World card. Okay. Let's just say things are moving. I feel like you are really elevating. I feel like, okay, I'm getting the word traveling, but that doesn't necessarily mean physically, unless that's what it. I don't know. I'm not getting that. I'm getting the energy of you moving from a different energy than what you are now. You also have the Judgment card right beside it. And this is like a rebirth. that you are going through. Wow, yes, a breakthrough. What? Good energy, Ace of Swords. It's like a breakthrough is really happening for you in a big major way, which is awesome. You have the Three of Pentacles here. You are definitely being noticed. People are watching you, honey. Watching how you move, what your skills are, and that's a good thing because what you are producing is great. I also feel like you working with wow. You got the Emperor card that came over that Three of Pentacles, and with that, I feel like you moving in a position over over other people. It's like you are I don't know if I want to say managing a team or overseeing a team. Maybe that overseeing a team, overseeing um an operation or a project or some sort. But you're making the right moves with this Emperor card. I could tell you that. And these moves that you are making, you are being guided that way. You do have the Seven of Cups here. Don't get lost in the illusions. Don't get lost in the bull crap. Stay focused, okay? Stay focused on your cups. What are your goals? What are what are your desires, and stay on that instead of feeling like I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this. Just it's happening in a way of just when you stay focused and in control, things will pan out the way they need to pan out. You do have the Four of Pentacles here. I feel like there is something coming to you as far as in a financial gain or a blessing or in its growth, and it was trusted to you, and in order to receive, it's like, okay, I got to keep this close. I can't let everybody know what I got, but I got to keep this close to myself. So I just feel like there is a something coming to you that is entrusted to you and to you only. Eight of Cups, yeah, to you and to you only. To where everybody don't need to know what you got going on or what you have. I also feel like it's something that is going to allow you to walk away from something that you don't need anymore, that is no longer serving you. And this could feel lonely, but this is perfect for what you need. And then the Justice card is here with balance. Wow, I'm getting like I feel like legal situation maybe, or something that something's going to pan out where there's equality here, like fairness is happening. Either way, it's happening in your favor. That's what I have for you.
Let's see what I pick up for Miss Brittany.
Oh yeah, the Ten of Pentacles is justifying that. Yeah, so it's definitely happening in your favor. The coins is coming.
Open your hand and receive. Yes.
Yes, because you better.
I had in some interesting energy, and I wanted to get some kind of verification here.
Mm-hmm.
And so I pulled the cards. I'm loving this. It's interesting, Brittany, with what. there's an energy of balance. It's like you around you. There's, again, that's the Temperance card, and she's bringing to me balance for you. Balance. It's like something shifted recently. Something shifted for you, and I get him feel. I'm getting this energy of, I don't know what, there's something, I don't know what the catalyst was, but I do feel that there has been an energy shift. And for a while you were chaotic and you were frenetic. The energy was very all over the place. And recently you just come into a more centered space, and a more self-awareness, in the sense that you're starting to see yourself now as Brittany and not as everybody else's Brittany. And I think that, again, people, even though you don't care what people say, I definitely, because as soon as I said that, they're like, she doesn't care what people say. I'm not saying you cared what people say, but I think that you kind of fell into living the perception that they perceived you to be. And then you always had to either defend that or push against it. And recently you're like, I'm just being me now. And you've pulled back from wondering or caring what everybody else's perception of you was. And it's more about what you want for you, what you want and need for you. And I like that. I like it. It's like, I just feel it's there. I'm feeling like you're coming into a more peaceful journey for yourself. I feel like you're feeling more, if anything, and I don't mean to say it in the wrong way, mature, more adult, more you're like, you know what, I'm a mom. But before, you saw yourself as a younger child, a younger person with a child, and everybody else saw you as a child with a child, that kind of thing. And you're now seeing yourself as a grown woman, and to take from who was it that says this, grown-ass woman, a grown-ass woman. So
Grown-ass woman.
Grown-ass woman. So
Yes.
you're seeing yourself in that role now. Finally, you're seeing yourself in that feeling of, I am a mother now. And so you not only request, but you demand a little more respect than you got, because, again, you're an adult and your opinions have a different value, and you're a mother. You're coming from a different point of view, and you want something more for your daughter. And I'm not saying that you're not achieved, but you want to make sure that you're going to put yourself in a position where your daughter will start from a higher plane than you started, therefore giving her an even greater chance of the success that's in front of her. And not to exclude your other child either, because, again, both of them, I think it's the son, right? Both of them, but you want to raise yourself up. The thing is you taking yourself out of the equation. You're not raising yourself up for you at this point. Now you're seeing raising yourself up so they have a higher platform on which to build. And I think that is wonderful. Again, I feel such a mature energy around you, a much more mature energy around you than I felt in a while. And it's like, I think that having this daughter has helped to put a lot of things in perspective. And I think losing two people very close to you, younger people, it put a perspective on you too of, hey, we are not 10 foot tall and bulletproof. Even though we are young, that does not mean that we will be here forever. And I think that, again, you have this amalgamation of so many things that have come around. And when this daughter came out and you held her in your hands, in your arms, and you look down in that little face, and you realize that you are the one lifeline for this beautiful child. You are that one lifeline that keeps her healthy, safe, and secure. And she gives that back to you, by the way. She gives, even though, again, your other child is important and gives you that there's something about that little teeny life. And knowing that bond is like no other, that no one else will ever share with her, that you have. And it has helped to really mature you and give you some peace and balance that you haven't had in a long time. And I'm liking this feel, like this energy. Go with this energy. Continue with this energy, and walk in your power every day. And I want to tell you something. There's a video I did, and I posted it, and it's kind of to this point, and it was interesting because it came to me because a friend of mine sent me a post. And when I read that post, I told myself, oh my gosh, I have got to share this out because people need to hear this. And Brittany, this is this is the message that's definitely meant for you. And I'm going to play it right now. I'm going to try to share the screen so I can get this done. Let me get this popped up real quick. And again, there's no copyright here because I own the damn thing because it's my video. So I don't have to worry about YouTube screaming at me about copyright, copyright, copyright. So here, I'm going to try to share the screen real quick and then so we can play this because I think I have to do something to make the video, the sound. Yeah, sound is on here too. Okay, good. Let me go. Is it this one? This one? Here it is. And let me know if it pops up. Did it pop up?
It popped up.
Okay. Walk like you just got the best news of your life. Talk like the world is listening and move like life was designed specifically in your favor. You see, energy is magnetic and confidence can bend reality. Is it arrogance? Is it confidence? Let someone else decide. The reality is the people who think good things can happen to them usually experience just that. So my question to you, are you the author of your life or just an editor? There you go. Brittany, that's what I'm feeling for you. That calm sense of that delivery I gave, that feeling of, again, taking ownership of your life. I just feel like you're starting to do that. You're being the author of your life and you're walking in your truth. Is it confidence? Heck yeah. Is it arrogance? If that's what people want to think, but you are you now, and you need to continue to go down this road because it's such a good power for you. I just feel such great energy for you right now. Really do.
Yes.
Really do. So that's what I got.
Yes.
So there you go. That's what I got for you, Brittany. Wow. But again, I just feel wonderful. And that daughter's very lucky because again, she has a mom who is on that journey. And I think it's so wonderful to that you're putting that time in, knowing who will benefit, knowing that it's just not about you. And I think that's wonderful. Sometimes we are so much into ourselves that we forget that when bringing little teeny life into the world, we have an obligation. And I think you understand that more than anybody else, Brittany. I think you truly when you looked at her and she gave you that smile, you went, oh man, life has changed. And it did. And that's good. So Shawna, we had a good day there. Good day of reading. Good day of energy. And a good reading to end on, of all things. How wonderful.
Absolutely.
Any church messages before we get out of here?
Any church announcements? Yeah. Julie and Scott Underwood will be on tomorrow if you did not get a reading today. And they are amazing. Sometimes
Love Right Warrior and then Scott Underwood.
Love Right Warrior. Mm-hmm. Yes. And then Saturday we have Miss Susan Grayson. She will be on. And then on Sunday we have Miss Bonnie and I don't know.
Sarah?
Sarah.
No, they're on Fridays. Bonnie and Sarah on Friday nights.
Oh, Friday nights now. Okay, yeah, okay. Friday night with Miss Angie, right? Is Angie on there too?
Sometimes, supposedly.
Okay. Okay.
And then, but they're also Bonnie's on Sunday as well with. Shoot, what is her name? I'm drawing a blank. I just got. I'll hear about this. Oh my God, I'm so.
You will hear about this.
I will hear about this.
Hopefully, y'all won't tell on us.
Exactly.
Okay? So for all your love readings, this is the love goddess. Literally, you need to go to her for all. Is such and such mine?
Exactly.
Is he messing or is she messing? Yeah, all of that above. She will answer all those questions.
And that's Friday nights and Sunday about 3 p.m. I think. Pacific time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And is Angie still on Sundays with Sherry Berry or no? They
on and off.
Okay. And then also for the week, check out once again. Conversations for the Conscious Mind podcast. We greatly appreciate this is a new channel. Make sure you are subscribed, turn that notification bell on so you know when new episodes are uploaded. Go check us out on Spotify as well. We greatly appreciate it. Share us out, follow us, all that great stuff. And as individuals, Sonoran Mystic Tarot, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. Make sure you are following. Make sure you are subscribed. And of course, Naturally Divine Goddess Tarot. Make sure you are subscribed and following and all that great stuff. Make sure you check out the new information that we are bringing out as well, that you turn that notification bell on, okay? Turn
And
that
Tuesday.
notification bell on.
And
Yes.
Tuesday, Julie and Claudine.
Yes. Who?
Julie and Claudine.
Yes, Julie and Claudine. And then back to Wednesday, Miss Angie and Don for Wednesday night. And then Thursday, yes, hunting. The mystic Don over here and the goddess Shawna is back on as well on Thursday morning. So you're getting your feel for these readings, okay?
Yeah.
The information that we have told you today, if you missed anything on there, feel free to come back to rewatch the lives, especially today's. If you got a reading today and you need to take notes, we highly recommend you do take notes, because a lot of times you can hear one thing and then you miss the detail of like, wait a minute, what am I supposed to be doing? Or what is it that they're recommending? Or what am I supposed to be checking out? Go check that out. It's on both of our channels, so you can go back and rewatch. Just go up under the live category.
Absolutely.
And it will be the first video up. And if you had got a reading before, feel free to go back to rewatch our lives, because they don't get erased. They stay up.
On YouTube.
On YouTube, yes, on YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Facebook deletes them after 30 days now.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yep. So YouTube would be the place to do that. And more importantly, when you have a reading, like Shawna said, the good thing about it is you get a reading. The bad thing is that sometimes as we get the reading, we trip up on language or a word or whatever, and we miss some of it. That's why you go back and watch it, because you will be surprised what you missed while you were processing some of what was coming at you. And so it is good to go back, and you're going to say, wow, I didn't hear that the first time. And that's because, again, our minds just gets trapped sometimes during a conversation, and then we lose part of it. It's just because we're human, and that's what we do. So go back and rewatch it. That's why it's always good to watch up. I don't know if on the channels, if you get a reading, when it starts, move your arrow down to that line that moves across the thing like this, and find out what benchmark time frame it is. When you know that time mark, it helps you a lot. For us, we look on the corner and it tells us right now it's 2 hours and 7 minutes in. And that's why when we did Ray, I said I'll remind it, because I've Ray at 1 hour 19, because we could see the time mark. And so if you get a reading, pay attention quickly to the time mark. Or even just say, hey, could you guys let us know what the time mark is? That's even good too. But that helps you to go back and watch, because really it's super important to learn even more that came from your reading than you may have received initially, because of the way in which we think as people. That's what we do.
Right. Also for reading material. There we go. For reading material, the ultimate, dang, why did I have a brain fart? The ultimate power within. Good gracious. Affirmations. This is a great read, easy read, but makes you do homework as well. So make sure you go purchase that. It won't hurt your pocket. Okay, it will not hurt your pocket. That's the hard copies. Kindle copy, and Audible.
Audible.
Auto.
Hardback, softback, Kindle, and Audible. Yep.
Yes. So you got different options with this book, as well as different options for the astrology planner. It's never too late to get it. The digital and the hard copy is available at goddesspower.net. Just scan that code. It's easy peasy. You get the download immediately. Okay.
On the digital version.
On the digital, yes.
Right.
Yes, the digital. I'm not even going back, because I don't remember. I'm church announcements.
Yep.
Okay. The digital copy is a downloadable as soon as you purchase. And if you decide that you want the hard copy, no pressure. I ship it out to you. Okay. Now for
And
the
she will autograph that for you. She'll sign that for you.
yes, I will. Yes,
Yes.
I will. Also, if you are looking for breaking a bad habit or breaking habits or starting something, bringing manifestation in, starting something new, I created this 21-day manifestation journal. It has daily prompts. It has things that you can do that tap into intentional action, okay, and you see results with this. So this is a digital, not a hard. So once again, it is available once you purchase. Also, if you are looking for private coaching just to go deeper, everything is the link is down below at Linktree, divinegoddesspower.net. And also check out the interview that from this wonderful interviewer is done. And I just break down a little bit of what I do, why I do it, and the services that come with it. Okay. But hey, you get a free 99 101 manifestation coaching session, a consultation. So take advantage of that, because it may not be for you or it may be for you. It's really up to you, and it's no pressure, no anything. It's just, hey, this is where I'm at, and this is where I this is that direction that I need to go, and I just help guide you there. If you want any private readings, we are available. Okay, we are available. Don's information is down below at advice@Sonoran Mystic Tarot, and we do not solicit. Okay, we do not solicit for any readings. So if you get a message from someone saying, hey, this is Sonoran Mystic Tarot, or this is Essentially Divine Goddess, we didn't send it to you. Okay?
Oh, I forgot to tell you. This is funny. There was somebody online who came in and they did not get a reading because we time-wise, it just didn't happen. And believe it or not, they didn't even ask for one, right? But I was so drawn to them, and I'm really drawn to them to give them a reading, because I felt so much. And also I thought it needed to be private, because what I was picking up,
It needed to be private.
Exactly. They didn't want their trash on the street, whatever you want to call it, right? They didn't want it out there.
The business all in the street.
Exactly. They didn't want the business on the street. So I reached out to them via messaging, private messaging, right? On through the channel. And they're like, who is this? I know that he tells us over and over again that he will never reach out to us for readings. And so if you, I can't trust that you are this person. Give me something specific that would let me know. And the good part is I knew a few things very specific. And I texted them and I said, da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, you are that person. And I said, no, I am so glad that you listened, you heard what we said, and you put it into practice, even when it looked like me, because there are pages that look like me that are everything. They steal my images and everything, but they're not me. And I say over and over, I don't do it. So the one time I broke my own rule, I was actually glad when they came back at me and said, you don't do this. I know you. It can't be you unless you prove it's you. And I told him, I said, I am so glad you did that. I am thrilled to do that, because that one person, and you know what? They needed a reading, but I mean, really, when I did the reading, it was so intense. But they needed to hear what they did. And I got like major kudos from that afterwards. And they're like, thank you so very much. You don't know how much I needed this. I know I did, because that's why I'm psychic. I do know how much I needed it. But anyway, just giving you a point. It's amazing how we don't do it. But even if you think you get it from us, I will not be offended. Shawna will not be offended if you call us out and say, you need to prove it. I should prove it. If I want to do something for you, we're doing that, we should prove it, because that's important. That's super important.
Let us prove it. Please let us prove it. Okay?
Exactly.
But that's the only way we reach out.
Yep. Yep.
So
Yep. And that's
those
the
are
first
church
time in
announcements.
years. So again, that's the first time in years. So don't think it's going to happen, folks. It
No.
doesn't usually.
No.
As Angie said, look at my face. Look at my face. Don't
Look
do it.
at my face. But
Oh,
yeah,
well,
those are our announcements. We are happy and elated that you guys hung out with us today,
Absolutely.
regardless of how long we've been on, child. And how late we came on. How about that? How late we came on.
Exactly.
One day we're gonna get back on track.
Yeah.
I said one day.
Did you say one day or for one day?
For one day. For one day. We
For
would
one
shock everybody. Like, what's happened?
Yeah.
What's going on?
There's no ish there. As soon as we go live, they're gonna say, "Is this real?" Because they'll be
Right. Is
texting
this
us, "Are you
real?
real?" Because we know better.
Or is this AI? Or are they
Exactly.
going to be doing?
Oh my goodness. Well, have a great one, everybody. Have an amazing weekend, Miss Shawna. Tell Mr.
You
Kenny,
too.
have an amazing weekend. And everybody
Yes,
out
you
there,
too.
the same. Y'all bring some energy to us. We love it. We're thankful for it. And
Yeah.
with that said, anything else before we go?
Y'all have a great weekend.
That'll work. Let's play some music to get the heck out of here. Adios,
Yes.
everybody.
Step inside. The cards will say, "Ooh, yeah." Guidance flows, lighting the way. Mystic realms where truth resides.